Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna and I'm glad you're here. I love to DIY on a budget, and if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make this comfortable, easy, quick skirt. So I've got my material and I picked it up at a roll at Walmart, okay? Make sure you have the top. I'm only using one. I have two in case I have to use, it's a print or whatever. So I'm going to take my fabric. It's really, really stretchy knit, okay? And it's pretty good quality. Like I said, I got it in a roll at Walmart. Make sure you put your selvage edge together. Now, I did this the wrong sides. You got to put right sides together. Sometimes it's hard to tell right sides, but if you can't, then it doesn't matter. But in this one, I could, so I had to do it all over again. But I'm just going to double my fabric like that right there. Make sure when you do it that all of your layers are even. That's when I noticed I did it the wrong way. Make sure it's all even, and that when you flip that over, you have no things. Now, this pattern, I made a skirt, and I'll show you how I did it later, I think, when I cut this skirt out. But I just laid this beside my skirt. I have another tutorial of how I do that, so I'll link that in the cards at the end of the video and in the description, so you'll have that. But anyways, I'm just going to put my pattern on here, and I'm going to pin my pattern down. Now, if you use pattern weights, that's awesome. Use pattern weights. But I can't turn it on my table if I have pattern weights on it, and I can't cut with a rotary cutter. So now that I have my skirt cut out, I'm carefully going to unfold it. Now, you need a pretty good space. Kitchen table works great, y'all. I did that for years until I got sewing space. And I'm just going to pin it. I don't like clips on this part, so I'm just going to pin, and I pin a lot because this material is shifty, okay? Make sure your edges are together when you pin. Now, I'm going to use a serger, but you can most certainly use a stitch that's on your machine. I think I showed it in the other video, but I'm just using a serger because I really need this skirt done in a timely manner, and I'm just going to use my serger. I have it. Wait till you see it. But anyway, I have two of them, actually. One was given to me, the one I'm going to use today. But it's like older and dirt. Like it looks like it came over on the ark with Noah. But anyhow, I'm just pinning the fire out of this, I'm telling you. And I'm making sure my edges are together, okay? And then I am able to pick it up and take it over to the serger behind me. What am I doing? Oh, let me fast forward this because I have to. It shifted, so I got to take my pins out after I flip it over and make sure it's together, okay? Okay, let me explain this a little bit. There is a curve around this one. This is what's different from the other skirt. And I cut my top longer. I'll show you again later so I could fold that down. Okay, so this is the skirt that I went from. And all you do is lay your skirt down. Make sure, see, when you stretch it, that's why it's so straight across there. You have to have room. And then when I fold it down, that's perfect. And I made this one a little bit longer. But all you do is lay your skirt down. Now I'm just going to serge down the edges. This is my, it's my retro serger. Actually, a friend of mine gave this to me. She said her mom used to sew all her panties on it. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. But I'm not doing that. I tried once and I wouldn't wear those things to save my life. I felt like I was a clown from a circus. But anywho, I'm just serging down the edge. You do not have to mess with your bottom and your top because you're going to serge over that again and fold it. So I'm just going to cut it off. See that beautiful serged edge? No, you don't, because I'm not in frame and it's blurry and I don't know what the world is going on. There it goes. See, no, you didn't. It was too fast. I'm sorry. But it's serged. This is a skinny serge, okay? And I can't adjust this machine very well. It's very picky, okay? Very picky. So when I get it where it will serge, I leave it alone. And so I have black thread on this one. I have white, and I change colors on the other one. I leave this one set because, like I said, it's picky. It has issues. I don't know. Maybe because it's just old, and when you get old, you get cranky. So she's old and cranky, so I just leave her. But anyway, I serged both edges of that, okay? And now, before I serge the top, I'm going to granny here, and I am going to serge down the edge. Sew down the edge just outside of my serge line, because my serge is skinny and I don't want to be wearing this and show myself. But y'all, this doesn't go this fast. I got it sped up. But let me show you how fast she really does go and what she sounds like. Look. Oh, love it. Listen. Okay. This is real time. She's that fast. Oh, I love it. How many of you like this sound? It's only on the old ones though, not the new ones. Oh, my heart. That was so sweet, wasn't it? Okay. Now, when I have that, I just had to let y'all hear that and see how fast she really does go. This is also sped up, although sergers are fast. But I'm just going to barely trim and go around the top edge. Make sure your sides are tucked the way you want them tucked. Okay? Tuck your sides down. And I'm just going to go all the way around the top, and I'm going to pull that serge to the front and cut it off, and then cut that one off. Then I'm going to flip it around. Now, whatever side you serged down, okay, you can't see because it's black, but whatever side you flipped it to, make sure the bottom is flipped the same way, or you'll have a little weird spot in your skirt and it don't feel right, okay? That's to me. It just doesn't feel right to me. So I'm going to make sure that I check these when I serge around the end and make sure that they're going the right way. Now that I have it right, make sure you get your top and you don't put your elastic in your bottom. Now I'm going to fold it down, and that's how far. And this is 1-inch elastic, okay? And I really, really love the 1-inch elastic. Now I've got this cardboard piece, and I'm going to measure my elastic on here. And then I'm going to mark it. This makes it easier if you don't have one of those rulers that have the, where you could pull it down and measure, which I do and I will use it. But I'm just showing you right here, you can use a piece of cardboard. It's simple and it's easy. And I drew a stitch line up top, and that's where I need to pull the fabric to give me stitching area. So all I do is flip it up. Now if I have cotton, I will iron it. But since this is silk or knit, I will just put the card in, flip it up where it tells me to, and then I'm going to use clips. I'm not pinning. And I'm going to clip it. Anytime I can use clips instead of pins on silks or knits like this, I will. Because if you don't have sharp pins and you have a snag on your pin, you'll surely snag your fabric. And then once you snag this fabric, it gets a run like pantyhose. Some of them will get holes, but make sure you pull your sides down, okay? I don't know what I did. I'm dancing to the music, swaying back and forth. I'm not really dancing, but I sway when I sew because I'm got music on. But anyway, make sure you have that down and, place it down. And I put a clip right on it or close to it, very close to it. Now you have to pull your skirt up and turn it around, but just do this all the way across the top, okay? And then we'll do the bottom. Okay, this is a trick that I do, or not a trick. I don't do tricks. I'm not a magician. Magician? Anyway, the point is, put your skirt down, and you can feel where the back is if you get them even. And you can just put your clips in without using anything, okay? It's easy peasy. Once you get that one side, just roll it over, and then just feel where you got to go, and you got it. Okay, I'm going to show you my settings on my machine. You'll want the 3 stitch when you do knits of any kind. It keeps your stitches from popping unless you have a stretch thread. But if you're just doing this on a normal machine, it's easy. You can do it. And I'm going to put it at the longest so that the machine doesn't eat my material, okay? Because it'll drag it down if you use too short of stitches. And I'm going to move my machine, my needle all the way to the left. All the way to the left. I was putting it to the right because I don't know my right and left. Y'all, look, don't do it that way. Do it the other way. Go the other way. Yeah, go that way. I'm crazy. I don't know my right and left. My husband makes fun of me all the time. And I am using this walking foot. It's not necessary, but it helps a whole lot so that your fabric doesn't shift, okay? I'm going to show you my arm while I'm looking at this because I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Bear with me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm crazy. I really am. So make sure wherever you start and stop, it's going to be your back. Look at my, I'm sorry. I'm popping in there. I can't help it. Camera angles are crazy. So I'm going to take the serged edge and put it right under where it's going to grab, okay? So it grabs it. So it's going to be right under that plastic thing that grabs. All right? If you have this shorter, if you have shorter elastic, move your clips before you try to sew, of course. I'll have to do that on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that that serged edge is right under that plastic piece. You don't have to back stitch, or at least I don't. And I'm going to go. Now this goes back and forth, and I do back stitch. It just goes down and secures the stitch. Now I'm just going to go. Now you don't have to pull anything. It'll go on its own. Just make sure you go over your hump, push down. Mine don't look like it takes very long, but that's because I have this really sped up. So just go all the way around. Make sure your clips don't get in the way. And when you get to the end, make sure you leave a space so you can insert your elastic, okay? Do not forget that part. All right. Now I'm just going to pull it out, cut it off, of course. Just the string, not the skirt. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I have made a hem. Now you want your hem a little wider, at least 3/4 of an inch, okay? Because that will keep your skirt from flipping. Sometimes I do an inch, but at least 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, okay? Just making sure that I get my stitch real close to my serge line. Now I have got my threader. You can use, I didn't have one handy, but you can use a safety pin, whatever you have. And I'm just going to insert my elastic. I really, really, really love this one. And I'm going to put my elastic through after I clip my threads. I'm going to put my elastic through my hole, okay? And like I said, this is the easiest skirt. And y'all, this is the most comfortable skirt that I have wore. I don't like my skirts tight at all. And this one is just perfect. When you make your pattern, you just go out a little bit. Like I said, I'll have a video linked to show you. But all you do is run your elastic through. Make sure you keep it flat because you don't... The worst thing in the world is to get your elastic through and then it be not right. So I'm going to pull it straight and make sure it's flat. And I'm going to clip it so it don't go through the hole. And then I'm going to continue to go all the way around my skirt. Now when you get to the sides, okay, I will tell you, you'll have to maneuver it in between your little, at least one of your side seams. You'll have to maneuver it between it because it's going the opposite way. So you're having to force that through, you know, when it doesn't want to go through that way. So you want to make sure that you get it. It's just, it might make you mad. Just get over it. You can do it, okay? Don't get mad. Just put it down, say a little prayer, go again if you have to. But anyway, scrunch your fabric down, okay? That's why I love this thing. It does not let go on me. And then pull your elastic out. Make sure all your elastic is flat. And the way I did my elastic was I put it around my waist, okay? And I pulled just a hair. Not a lot because you'll have it too tight. But I pulled just a hair and that's how I got my elastic. You'll have to adjust that to your body. Okay, I can't tell you what size skirts I make. I just cloned my skirt. Now, zigzag across your elastic. Make sure it's flat before you do this. Because like I said, that's the worst thing in the world when you have to take your stitches out and reflip your elastic and all that junk. Then you spread your skirt out, okay? Now you don't have to spread it out real tight around that, or real scrunchy around that back. And then all we're going to do is go close it up. Once it's closed up, I clip my stitches and honey, my skirt is done. It is that easy. It is that easy. Look at that stitch. It's beautiful. And it stretches. I'll show you. It's stretchy. There's the serge part. It looks professional. Does it not? I mean, yeah, I could sell these. I don't want to, but I could. And it stretches. Now, here it is on me. And of course, it fits me to my liking because I cloned my favorite skirt. There it is. I love it. And I did a blue one just like it, and I've wore it. And I put a piece of vinyl to tell me where my back is. And I absolutely love these skirts. Love them. Most comfortable skirt I've ever made. Thank you for watching, and until next time, remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.